Talk, shop, pop, movies.
Ahoy there, this is Derek, the convicted cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media. And this Sunday is Oscar Sunday. It's finally here, and then I'll have nothing to do until September when the very early Oscar season starts yet again. But today, I am doing my final official quote me on them for this Sunday Oscar winner predictions. Because if you do not know, I have been mentioning it recently. I will be doing a live stream during the Oscars. Watch the Oscars with me, as it is referred to. There is already a link to that on my channel, so you can notify yourself when it's on. 7 p.m. Central Time this Sunday is when the show starts. And not only will I be just watching the Oscars and, going through the comments during commercial breaks, things of that nature, my wife had the bright idea of making me eat or drink something disgusting whenever one of my predictions is wrong. So these predictions I'm saying today will be those predictions I am held to on Sunday. All the major guilds have announced what they've picked, but I'm still only like 50% sure on what I'm going to be right about. 3 of the 4 acting races could go multiple ways. Many of the tech categories could go multiple ways. I'm really only confident in maybe 5 or 6 of these categories, like 100% confident. And even then, you never know. So weird shit has happened in the past. So let's just get into this. I got my Gold Derby predictions on the ready. So I'm probably not going to change much from what I already have. I just wanted to have a visual evidence on what my predictions officially are. So, best picture, it's going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once. The nominees are that film that I mentioned, Banshees of Inisherin, All Quiet on the Western Front, Fablemans, Top Gun Maverick, Tar, Elvis, Avatar: The Way of Water, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. I would be amazed if Everything Everywhere All at Once does not win. I just did a video about how that film can't lose the other day. After winning the Screen Actors Guild, Ensemble Producers Guild, and Directors Guild, that alone should be enough. But then it won the Writers Guild, which no film has done since No Country. And then it won the Editing Guild as well. And it is the first film, from what I've seen, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have read that it is the first film to ever win all 5 of those guild awards. So, yeah, if he, it's literally the 5 big ones, not to mention how well it did at SAG in general with the acting wins. So, if anything beats it, it's like a fluke, honestly, and it'll be very frowned upon in the future. So, Everything Everywhere, Best Picture. There's nothing to say. Same thing kind of goes for Best Director. You have the Daniels for Everything Everywhere, Steven Spielberg for The Fablemans, Martin McDonagh for Banshees of Inisherin, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness. Now, at the BAFTAs, Edward Berger for All Quiet on the Western Front won, and he's not even nominated here, which makes me really wish he was, because I love that movie, and he deserves it. But luckily, he's still nominated as part of the Best Picture package and screenplay, I believe. So he still got, nominations. But yeah, the Daniels, once they won DGA, which people thought would be tough for them to do, especially over the likes of Steven Spielberg and Todd Field, it seemed pretty set. So I would be amazed yet again if they lost. So they are my bet to win Best Director. And if they're going to win Best Picture, you have to win at least Director or Screenplay, typically. I also did a video about that a month or two ago about movies that won Best Picture without winning director or screenplay, and vice versa. So, like Chicago, for example, was one of those. Yeah, it's the Daniels. If anything else wins, it'd be ridiculous. And if they lose director, then they better win screenplay. So we'll know early in the night. If they win screenplay, then at least it's in the running. Oh, goddamn. Best actress. A lot of my acting ones are going to kind of be like Hope Dictions, where I'm picking the thing I don't want to win. That way, if I'm wrong, I'll be really happy, but still have to eat something disgusting. And I'll be excited to eat whatever gross thing I am forced to eat. So we have Michelle Yeoh, who's in first now on Gold Derby, Kate Blanchett for Tar, Michelle Williams for The Fablemans, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, and Ana de Armas for Blonde. It's either going to be Kate Blanchett or Michelle Yeoh. It'd be ridiculous if it was anyone else at this point. Michelle Yeoh won the SAG, which she needed to in order to even be in the running still. Kate Blanchett has won everything else, which on paper makes Kate Blanchett look like the obvious choice. I'm going with Kate Blanchett because it's probably the only thing Tar will win. Everything Everywhere could easily win 5 Oscars, not including Michelle Yeoh. So I'm going to play conservatively, predict Kate Blanchett, but really, really hope Michelle Yeoh wins. And if she does, I will be more than happy to eat some cat food or whatever it happens to be at that category. So we don't have that set up yet. We're going to buy a whole bunch of crap on like Saturday. We'll see. We'll see what it is. But yeah, I want Michelle Yeoh to win. Most people seem like they want to. Kate Blanchett already has 2 Oscars. She doesn't need 3 anytime soon, and I'm sure she'll have another chance to win in like 3 years probably. So, I'm predicting Kate Blanchett, but hoping for Michelle Yeoh. Yet another occasion where, I'm picking the on paper favorite over the one I want to win, so we have for Best Actor, Austin Butler for Elvis, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Bill Nighy for Living, and Paul Mescal for Aftersun. Nighy and Mescal are happy to be here. You know, they have essentially 0% chance of winning. Colin Farrell, I thought would have been doing better at this point, but he's still the dark horse to win, I'd say. If he won, I would be super excited for him, honestly. He's my second favorite to win. But after the televised awards have all settled, it's between Austin Butler or Brendan Fraser. Austin Butler won the Golden Globe and the BAFTA, which was sort of surprising that he won that over Colin Farrell, especially. And then Brendan Fraser won the Critics' Choice and the SAG. This year, the SAG happened last. Usually the BAFTAs are the last one before the Oscars. So Brendan Fraser has a little more momentum going into the Oscars, but he does not have a film nominated for Best Picture. They often like to go for biopic performances, which I don't like, but it's true. So, this case yet again. And as you can see, their odds are 7-2 and 71-20. So it's like essentially the same odds either way. Um, I'm predicting Austin Butler be 100% because he's nominated for Best Picture. I mean, his film, obviously. If The Whale was nominated for Best Picture, I would be going Brendan Fraser all the way. But here's another example of I'm going to pick the thing I don't want to win. That way I'm either right, or if Brendan Fraser wins, I'll be ecstatic. So I will be crying with tears of happiness while eating, raw egg or something when Brendan Fraser wins, and I will be 100% happy to do so. But the conservative statistic brain of mine is going for Austin Butler, even though I really don't want that to happen personally. He's great in the movie, but he's also the only thing good about the movie, in my opinion. Okay, supporting actress is another probably the most interesting because this is the only one where I'd say there's a legit three-way race, if not more. We have Angela Bassett for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, who's still on top at Gold Derby. Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin. Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Hong Chau for The Whale. amazing nominees. These are the 5 I predicted to get in, and they did, and I was very happy. Angela Bassett, the she won the Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice, but as cool as that is, neither of those are industry awards. No voters for those awards have anything to do with the BAFTAs or the SAG or the Oscars. She could still win just based solely on the fact that she's Angela Bassett and she's awesome and overdue for an Oscar, essentially. Carrie Condon won BAFTA. She didn't win at SAG. That went to Jamie Lee Curtis, which everyone thought was going to go to Angela Bassett, but it went to the other career performance. But it's a career performance that's in the favorite movie that is nominated for Best Picture, unlike Wakanda Forever. And are they going to give an actress from a Marvel movie an Oscar? Especially when it's not a lead role and it's not a movie that was nominated for Best Picture, and a lot of people don't even like the movie that much outside of her, it seems like. I haven't even finished it. Like, I did not care for it. I'll give it another chance at some point, but I don't care. I would say Stephanie Hsu deserves it more than Jamie Lee Curtis, performance-based. She's also in the movie a lot more. Hong Chau would be a great winner too. Any of these 5 could win, and I'd be very happy for them. But I'm gonna go for Carrie Condon because it seems like the only thing or the likeliest thing that the Banshees of Inisherin can win. And the BAFTAs often overlap with the Oscar winners. And this seems like the case where that's gonna happen for sure. Not for sure, but I'm more confident in, let me put it that way. Because she's in a great role in a great movie with tons of nominations. Not a lot of other places it'll win. Angela Bassett, Jamie Lee Curtis are both career awards, and they kind of cancel each other out for that reason, I think. Jamie Lee Curtis and Stephanie Hsu are nominated from the same movie. So Jamie Lee Curtis is splitting votes with 2 other people for 2 different reasons, basically. Hong Chau's there. Could she win? Who the hell knows? That'd be great. I love the whale. See, I gotta clean my camera. I thought there was a hair on it. But Carrie Condon just makes the most sense to me. So I'm gonna go Carrie Condon because based on the actual performance in the film, I think she deserves it the most, and it's the best place to reward Banshees of Inisherin. But this is like I said, if any of these 5 could win, cool. Like I don't care who wins this category because they're all good choices, honestly. Supporting actor. One of the few that I'm actually confident in. You have Ki Hui Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Brendan Gleeson for Banshees, Barry Keoghan for Banshees, Judd Hirsch for The Fablemans, and Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway. Judd Hirsch, I doubt would win. He's only in one scene essentially of that movie. He's great in it, but Dano should have been nominated over him. But I love Judd Hirsch, so whatever. He has the biggest gap in between Oscar nominations out of anybody. I think it was 42 years ago he was nominated for Ordinary People, and then he was nominated this year for this film. So he has the widest gap between nominations out of anyone ever. So that's something. Brian Terry Henry, he's just lucky he got in, and he's awesome. So good for him. Barry Keoghan won the BAFTA, but that just seemed like a BAFTA's gonna BAFTA kind of thing, especially when he's nominated along with Brendan Gleeson in the same category, who's a much more overdue actor who could use more awards recognition. But Ki Hui Kwan has won every single thing besides the BAFTA, and the overseas awards bodies don't like Everything Everywhere as much as the American ones do. Look at Golden Globes. The only thing it won, I think, was Ki Hui Kwan, wasn't it? From what I can recall, and Michelle Yeoh for comedy actress because it's separated. So basically, she had no competition there. But other than that, it didn't end up winning screenplay or comedy picture. That went to Banshees, just like at BAFTA, same example. So pretty much the American awards bodies really like Everything Everywhere. The overseas ones, they'll give it something here and there, but they don't love it enough to give it everything. But Ki Hui Kwan is like the guaranteed win of that film, even more so, or as much as Best Picture now, I say, in my opinion. I want it to win Best Director and Best Supporting Actor more than anything else. Like, if it only won those 2 things, I would honestly be happy because the Daniels would get theirs. The best performance in the movie that everyone loves would get that. Everyone's happy, right? But Ki Hui Kwan, he's the easy one for Best Supporting Actor. Best Adapted Screenplay. We have Women Talking, All Quiet on the Western Front, Top Gun Maverick, Glass Onion, and Living. The Whale, in my opinion, should be here, but it is not, and that sucks for that movie. But Women Talking is interesting because it only got picture, thank God, and screenplay. All Quiet's nominated damn near everywhere, and it won the BAFTA. Women Talking was not even nominated at BAFTA. The Whale was. Top Gun Maverick, a quasi surprising screenplay nomination. Like, sure, why not? It shows good support for the film, yet it still got snubbed in its best category, cinematography, and it couldn't even lose or couldn't even win, excuse me, at the Cinematographers Guild. And All Quiet wasn't even there, so we'll get to that. Glass Onion and Living. Thanks for playing. The only two things I think have an actual chance of winning are Women Talking and All Quiet. Women Talking has been the adapted screenplay frontrunner the entire season. The only reason it's getting any hiccups whatsoever is because it wasn't nominated at BAFTA. It hasn't been getting nominations elsewhere very much, but it won at the Writers Guild. It won at the USC Scripter Award, which I also talked about in my previous video. And All Quiet is basically just there, sneaking up on it to take it, because who knows? I have a feeling it'll be Women Talking. It'll be the one thing the movie gets, because it only can get two things, and it ain't going to win Best Picture when it's only nominated for two Oscars. That doesn't happen anymore. I haven't seen Women Talking yet. I'm actually going to watch it today. I got the Blu-ray, came out yesterday. It should be at my house today. I will watch it tonight, and then I will finally do my Best Picture rankings this week as well. Probably Friday or Saturday. Anywho, Women Talking is my choice only because I feel like they're going to give it something. Sarah Polley is a previous nominee. All Quiet doesn't seem like a screenplay winner. Nothing else really here does. All Quiet is obviously the closest thing because it won at the BAFTA. But I think they're going to go for Women Talking. And if it is All Quiet, I'm not going to be mad. Except for I'm going to have to eat something, nasty. But I love the movie. So, original screenplay. This is one I was hoping Banshees would take. And then it kind of got pooed on everywhere but at the overseas awards. We have Everything Everywhere All at Once in first, Banshees, Tar, Fablemans, and Triangle of Sadness. And that's the exact order I would put in likelihood of winning, and that's what I have over here. So now, after WGA happened and all the other guilds, like I've been saying, I feel that Everything Everywhere All at Once probably will end up getting picture, director, and screenplay. So I am predicting Everything Everywhere All at Once. I would be very happy if Banshees won, because Martin McDonagh could get his, and the movie could get something besides Kerry Condon, hopefully. It's a deserving win if Banshees wins for screenplay. I'd say Everything Everywhere is obviously the most original screenplay, but I think the Banshees was the better written dialogue-wise screenplay, so they're both great for different reasons. So either one is a worthy winner, but I'm going with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Cinematography. No Top Gun here, which is lame. No The Batman, which is lame. This is a weird category, but it's still a good category. We have All Quiet on the Western Front. We have Elvis, Tar, Empire of Light, and Bardo. Bardo probably and Empire of Light have the least chance of winning because it's the only film's nomination. Empire of Light is Roger Deakins, but they're not going to give him a third Oscar for a movie that nobody cares about. Excuse me. Tar is honestly kind of a surprise nomination, but a very deserved one. Elvis won at the ASC over Top Gun, so it has strength, more strength than I expected. And if it were to win, it would be the first female cinematography winner ever. So that would be cool. But I genuinely don't think it deserves it, and it is my least favorite of these nominees, both category wise. Well, I should just say category wise because I haven't seen a couple of them, but what I have seen of them, the cinematography looks better than Elvis. But All Quiet on the Western Front won at the BAFTAs. There's a lot of tech overlap at the BAFTAs and the Oscars, and it won at the British Society of Cinematographers, and it wasn't at ASC. But without any Top Gun here, I think the easy answer is All Quiet on the Western Front. It needs to win something else besides international feature, and this is the best thing it could win, I would say. and it's my personal preference. So this is one I actually am like excited to pick. This isn't a Hope Diction happy or wrong situation like with lead actor and actress. This is what I genuinely think should win, and I think will win and want to win. Costume design, we have Elvis, Black Panther, Babylon, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is cool that I got into a couple of techs. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Elvis has been winning like everything for costumes. I believe Everything Everywhere won at the Costume Guild in its category, and I think Elvis won for its category because it's a period piece. Everything Everywhere is like science fiction, fantasy, or whatever. So Everything Everywhere has a chance here, more so than I would have expected. Black Panther could win. The first one won, but are they going to give the same person an Oscar for the sequel to the movie she already won for when the costumes are different, but are they different enough? Like, you could give someone else a throw a bone to a different person here. Elvis is my pick. It has been winning most costume things, and it is one of the wins for that movie that I would be like, okay, that's fine, like deserve it enough. Recreating all the awesome Elvis outfits and things of that nature. This is the one Elvis win that I would actually be like, good for you, because the I believe it's the costume designer and the art director are Catherine Martin, I want to say, Baz Luhrmann's wife, and she's won before for both those categories for Moulin Rouge. So could do it again this year. Maybe she'll just win one or the other. Maybe she'll win either. Who the hell knows? But I'm going. This is the one category where I'm proud, as proud as I'll get, to predict Elvis for the win. But this is another one where honestly, the only one that would surprise me would be Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. If anything else won, I'd be like, okay, cool. On to film editing. Okay. Ugh. This one's tricky. We have Everything Everywhere All at Once, Top Gun Maverick, Elvis, Banshees of Inisherin, and Tar. Good set of nominees. I'll give it that. Elvis has a lot of editing, but I wouldn't say it's great editing. Banshees of Inisherin is made better because of the editing around the dialogue, and Tar is just very interesting and well edited. Like I said, I've always said I'm not a big fan of the movie, but I like everything else about it. Like it's well made. So I think this is between Everything Everywhere and Top Gun. Both of those movies won at the Ace Eddie Awards for drama and comedy. Top Gun Maverick has kind of been shitting the bed lately as far as winning anything besides that Ace Eddie drama win. It couldn't even win, like I said, at the Cinematographers Guild, and that's like should have been a shoe in for that movie. Honestly, it seemed like it won everything else up until that point, cinematography wise. Everything Everywhere it's the only thing it won at the BAFTAs. So it shows that even the BAFTAs, who didn't love this movie, picked it for editing, and it won at the Editing Guild. Usually, film editing and sound editing go together lately, like several years they have done that. So Top Gun winning both would make sense. Top Gun could win neither, and it would make sense, or one or the other, and it would make sense. I have Top Gun in first, but Everything Everywhere has been steamrolling lately, especially in this category. So I am going to put Everything Everywhere above Top Gun for film editing because the editing is such a major part of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Top Gun is extremely well edited. Nothing against it whatsoever. But the editing enhances the story of Everything Everywhere so much more than any other movie on this list. So I'm going to switch and probably regret it later to Everything Everywhere All at Once. Makeup and hairstyling. Here's another one, another combo package. We got Elvis, The Whale, The Batman, All Quiet on the Western Front, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Elvis won actor and makeup at the BAFTA. I think it won makeup at Critics' Choice Award, despite Brendan Fraser winning Best Actor. At the Oscars, they often match. So if early in the show, The Whale ends up winning Best Makeup, I will be extremely excited because that will prove to me that Brendan Fraser is more likely than I even expect to win Best Actor, and it's very likely. Since I'm going Austin Butler, the logical thing to do is to go Elvis to match it up. I would love if like the Batman one or something, but We're All Quiet has very underrated makeup, to be honest. But I will go Elvis. Another one I'm confident in it winning, but not one I really want it to win in, to be honest. It's one that I'm fine with it winning, you know? Production design. Here we have Babylon, Elvis, Avatar: The Way of Water, All Quiet on the Western Front, and The Fablemans. All very good nominees. Elvis seems I don't know, the production design is good, but it's, like, kind of underwhelming because so much of it is just, like, old Vegas. I mean, like, it's cool, but it's not super interesting to me. Avatar, the original one, won in this category, but a lot of it's the same. So, like, what are you really awarding there? All Quiet on the Western Front is great. 1917 got nominated for similar reasons in this category. Fablemans is very simple, but very well done. Babylon, this is the one category, despite kind of getting um, not nominated in Best Picture and other major categories, it's been winning. It's been winning production design more than score. And Everything Everywhere All at Once isn't here, and it won at the the Art Directors Guild for the fantasy sci-fi category. It beat Avatar for that, and there's no Black Panther here. So I'm going for Babylon. I'm more confident in this winning here than score, and I'm probably going to pick it for score, but we'll get there when we get there. So production design will be Babylon, and I want it to win. They like their old Hollywood movies, so that can't hurt, right? Best score, we have Babylon, All Quiet on the Western Front, The Fablemans, Banshees of Inisherin, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Which, like, when it got nominated for score, I was like, "Really?" And then I watched the movie again, and the music and Everything Everywhere All at Once is fantastic. So I'm glad I got in for score and song. But Babylon has the most score, not just because the movie's the longest, but it's very bombastic and in your face in a good way. I love the All Quiet on the Western Front score. That one at the BAFTAs, so I wouldn't be mad if that one. The Fablemans is John Williams, but there's very little original music in The Fablemans. It's like 20 minutes worth or something like that. It's good, but I mean, I don't want to give John Williams his sixth Oscar for the first time after, 20 odd years, damn near 30 years actually, since Schindler's List for The Fablemans. Like, I mean, there's so many better scores he didn't win for than The Fablemans. Banshees, happy to be here. Everything Everywhere. With the way this movie's going, who knows? It could win. But I am going with Babylon again. I wouldn't be surprised if All Quiet won, and I would be happy if it won because I want All Quiet to win more things. But Babylon score is outstanding, and it deserves to win, in my opinion. So it would be winning 2 out of its 3 nominations, which is impressive. Best song, we have Natu Natu from RRR, the only song that's not an end credit song. Therefore, it deserves to win by default. Also, the song is entertaining as hell, and I hope they show it I think they're gonna play it at the show, and it'll be amazing because it's fun as hell. We have Lift Me Up from Wakanda Forever, which the best thing about this nomination is that Ryan Coogler is a co-writer on the song, so Ryan Coogler finally got an Oscar nomination. Top Gun Maverick, Hold My Hand from Lady Gaga. She's already won recently. It's a good song, but doesn't need to win. But it does incorporate into the score of the movie a little bit, so it'd be a better winner than Lift Me Up, I would say. This is a Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's a very like subtle song, but it's very good, and it does go well with the music yet again. And then we have Tell It Like a Woman, or Applause from the movie Tell It Like a Woman, which no one has heard of or seen except for after it got nominated because it's a Diane Warren song. She already got an honorary Oscar this year. This is what, her like 15th nomination without a win. One of these days she'll write a song for a movie that people actually watch, and then she'll finally win for that. But she needs to stop doing songs for movies nobody sees. It's not helping her win loss ratio, that's for sure. But I'm gonna go Natu Natu because it's the only place you could reward the RRR movie because it's not eligible for foreign film because India dropped the ball on that one and it didn't get in anywhere else. So hopefully the RRR support can focus around that because it is a fun song. And like I said, the only one that's actually in the movie, and I think it should win by default just for that. And credit only songs shouldn't count. I'll say it. Best sound. See, here's another one. We got Top Gun Maverick, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Elvis, and The Batman. What usually wins sound usually wins editing. I think Top Gun's going to win sound. All Quiet could. I believe it won sound at the BAFTAs. Top Gun and Elvis both won awards at like sound mixing and sound editing awards, things of that nature. Oh, these are great nominees, by the way. Like this whole category is fantastic. I think this is the likeliest win for Top Gun. So I'm going with Top Gun here, but I wouldn't be surprised if All Quiet won. And honestly, it'd be equally deserving. And I would be happier if it won, kind of, because I want it to win more. I like Top Gun a lot, but I know All Quiet's actually impressed me a little more. Anywho, I will go Top Gun. That way, if it does win both of them, at least I'll get one right. So I'll go Top Gun for sound. If there was a sound mixing and sound editing category still, Elvis might win mixing and Top Gun or All Quiet could win editing. You know, it's tricky with the one category. You don't know which way it's going to tip. Visual effects, we have Avatar, Top Gun, All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. This is the only lock of the evening with Avatar winning visual effects. If anything else won, it would be probably the biggest upset in history. Would I love that to happen? Absolutely. But I just don't think it's going to. Because there's not really anything else here with like such amazing visual effects that it could compete with it. But I'll die on this hill. I've always said that the special effects in District 9 are better than the original Avatar, and they have aged better as well. So I think that should have won visual effects that year. But no one else does besides me. So best animated feature, we have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes on, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, Turning Red, and The Sea Beast. Excuse me, Sea Beast. Happy to be here. Turning Red, great movie, but it's not going to win probably. This is between, I would say, Pinocchio or Puss in Boots, because Puss in Boots, I mean, they have equal odds with Marcel, so that's probably accurate. But I don't think Pinocchio has lost anything this year, and everyone loves Guillermo del Toro and I want to give him a third Oscar for animated film, so we're doing that. Documentary, we have Navalny, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, All That Breathes, House Made of Splinters. I have yet to see any of these because I'm bad at watching documentaries, even though I like them. I always say that. Navalny won at BAFTA. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed and Fire of Love are winning awards elsewhere. Fire of Love is easy to see. It's gonna be one of these three top ones. If it's not, then holy shit. But I'm gonna go Navalny because it won at BAFTA and it's relevant due to the Russia stuff. But Fire of Love is, I'd say, just there too. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna go Navalny. But anything here could win. You never know with the documentary category. Navalny is my prediction. International film. This is another one that's probably the second likeliest win of the evening. We have All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina 1985, Close, The Quiet Girl, and EO. The only film here with more than one nomination is All Quiet on the Western Front with 9, including Best Picture. There is no way that's losing this. That would be ridiculous. Decision to Leave should probably be here, and it isn't, from what I've heard. RRR was not eligible. Otherwise, that would probably be here as well. And then we maybe have a race going on, but RRR could be in Best Picture, but it isn't. So it shows that All Quiet on the Western Front is much stronger. And with the love I got at BAFTA, I don't see how that could possibly win. So the one guaranteed Oscar for All Quiet is the International Film Oscar. And at least it gets something. Animated short. See, here's where I'm going to be eating a lot of crap. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, My Year of Dicks. An ostrich told me that the world is fake, and I think I believe it. Ice Merchants and the Flying Sailor. From what I've heard, I have not had a chance to watch any of these because I suck at shorts. The Boy, the Mole, Fox, and the Horse is number one on here, and I'm going to go with that as well. I've heard great things about Ice Merchants, so I would probably say that's the second likeliest to win. And My Year of Dicks, and then Ostrich, and then Flying Sailor. But I'm going to go with The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse because I hear it's adorable. Documentary short, we have The Elephant Whisperers, Stranger at the Gate, How Do You Measure a Year, The Martha Mitchell Effect, and Haul Out. Elephant Whisperers is the only one I've really heard much about, and they like things with animals and nice people. So we'll just stick with that. Elephant Whisperers for documentary short. Live action short, we have Le Pupil, Irish Goodbye, Red Suitcase, Night Ride, and Evalue. Le Pupil is Alfonso Cuarón. He's nominated for this. That is the main reason it's number one, I assume. Irish Goodbye won at the BAFTAs, and it's won at other things as well. It's gonna be one of those 2, I imagine. If La People wins, it'd be cool if Alfonso Cuarón got another Oscar, but I'm gonna go with Irish Goodbye simply for the fact that it won the BAFTA, and I've been hearing better things about it overall, as far as people enjoying the movie. But once again, with the shorts, I always expect to eat shit, and this year I literally will be doing just that. And that is everything. That is all the categories, all 23 delicious categories. So quote me on these predictions. I might do really well. I might do really badly. If I do well, then I don't have to eat much gross stuff. If I do badly, then I will be regretting my decision. But either way, watch the Oscars with me this Sunday on my channel at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if I'm wrong about any of these, I will be forced to eat or drink something disgusting. We'll see what that is. You know, it's subjective. So what's disgusting to me, someone else might like. Like I hate ketchup with a passion, but a lot of people love ketchup. So me drinking watery ketchup, it's icky to anyone, but to me it's disgusting because I hate both of those things. You know what I mean? Or raw eggs. So Rocky drank raw eggs. He likes it, but I don't want to eat raw eggs. I'm gonna get the salmonella. You know what I'm saying? But stay tuned for that. I will be talking to the chat during the commercials of the show because I'm gonna need to pay attention to the actual broadcast. So it'll be a long haul this Sunday for the Academy Awards. And then before then, probably Friday, I will be doing my best pincher ranking video for all 10 Best Picture nominees, assuming my Women Talking Blu-ray shows up early enough today that I get to watch it. So, on that note, I am Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Shop, pop, movies.